Hey everyone, welcome back into a video. So, Halo Infinite Season 3 has been out for about a week or two. Yeah, wait, no, it came out the 7th, so a little over a week ago. As it's the 16th by the recording of this video, well, I'm going to give my take on it, and I gotta say though, I'm liking what I played so far. I'm level 15 or 16. I haven't been playing too much, but I played a bit on and off throughout the week or so. Because I've been playing like other stuff, as you saw with the emulation video I did, like 2 videos ago now? Yeah, it was, because I did the Starfield Salt video before that. Before this video, obviously, so yeah, that would be before. So I kind of want to give my take on it. Like I said before, it's been pretty good. I've played on Oasis, which was in the new BTB Unlimited playlist that just came out. And I'm liking Oasis, you know. I kind of feel that the environments of some of these new maps is kind of what we should have got with the campaign, though, because there's been a different variety of like biomes or whatever with these multiplayer maps, and they seem to be designed play pretty well. I know people have like issues with Cliffhanger because of you can easily fall down to your death on that map. Me personally, I've played on that map a bunch in the playlist that launched with Season 3. That was the feature playlist for it. I don't think I fell on that map once, so maybe it's just everyone kind of reacts differently to that kind of thing, you know? But for me though, I like Cliffhanger. As for Oasis, I personally think this could be like the best BTB map that 343 has done when it comes to Halo Infinite. So I'm really digging it. By the way, BTB Fiesta, and I just fell off the bad spawn. I just fell to my death right there. It was a god tier loadout too. Oof. Yeah, that was an L on my part. Yeah, it was pretty funny. So, yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, as you saw, they actually brought the campaign stuff into the multiplayer, which is pretty awesome. I was hoping that they would at some point, especially for a big team battle, and I'm happy that they did, because man, when I got my hands on that one gravity hammer that you get when you kill Estrom in the campaign and all that, yeah. And that was the blade that Jagger used. So yeah, they brought all the campaign weapons and equipment into multiplayer, which is pretty awesome. So I like that. That's a nice change, I would say. It makes things more interesting and also more variety in weapons and equipment you can pick up on the map. Speaking of which, the shroud screen. You won't see in the footage, but I've kind of used it, and is it me or is it essentially a smoke grenade or whatnot? It's kind of like a combination of like a flashbang and the bubble shield from the older Halo games. I know that's kind of a weird comparison, but that's how I kind of feel about how shroud screen is. And I remember on Escalation Slayer, where for the final freaking round, for those who made it to the final round, you know what it is, which is oddball, which everyone has freaking oddballs with the shroud screen. Everyone was just spamming that shit. Oh, that was funny. I was laughing my butt off. You can ask one of my friends who I was playing with; it would tell you. I was dying when that happened because that was pretty funny. It was really funny. So, okay, now enough of BTB. Let's go on to the next one. They also did a community playlist, like where they curated. It's a curated playlist of maps made by the community in Forge. And by the way, Forge is god tier in Halo Infinite. By the way, I can't remember what the name of this map was. I can't remember, but anyway. So yeah, that was another great addition to the game, where I feel that's actually smart. But I imagine over time that they'll rotate maps in and out, based on what the community is desiring. For example, like more map remakes. You know, like for example, hey, wait a minute, where's my Guardian remake? You know, from the Forge community, or ooh, here's an idea. What about a BTB playlist of Forge maps, like Blood Gulch, for example, or Avalanche from Halo 3 or something like that, which was formerly known as Sidewinder. So I think that's a good idea, because I think someone in the community mentioned it. You know, at least I think I've seen that, but if not, there you go. There's an idea for you, 343. Yeah, do one about that. I'd be game for that. I definitely would be, and I'm sure a lot of other people would, because And apparently, for those who actually get their maps featured in multiplayer, you get some kind of special emblem or something. Hey, that's actually cool. And it rewards the community for coming up with such brilliant ideas for when it comes to the Forge community. That's awesome. And it shows, recognition that, hey, you kind of made it. So, and that people will kind of spot you if one of your maps actually made it into matchmaking, which is really cool. So, that was a nice touch there at 3v3. It's going to be interesting to see what community maps you create in the future that will come to matchmaking, because I kind of feel that this is what they kind of should have done. But again, Forge wasn't at launch, but now that it's here, yeah, it's about time. So, heck, while it's also great with the new seasons and all that, where it's going to be every 3 months if they stick to the plan. Apparently, was that the season was actually moved up a week, apparently. So that's actually even more of a good sign, in my opinion. That things seem to be, hopefully in a steady flow now, and when it comes to content and season and all that. So, fingers crossed on that one. Now I'm going to show you gameplay on the final gameplay clip we're going to be, going over, which is actually on the new multiplayer, one of the new multiplayer maps 3v3 themselves decided to add into the game, which is Chasm. About Chasm, it's just a, I believe it's based on one of the areas in the campaign, at least it looks like it. When it comes to like the actual linear story missions, it looks like it is based upon those kind of environments, and they kind of altered it to fit a multiplayer map, which I'm okay with. I mean, Reach did that. And I know those complaints about Reach's multiplayer just using maps from the campaign. I'd imagine it was probably easier for Bungie to do that. But obviously, DLC maps, kind of changed that, as DLC maps for Reach were, brand new maps completely. So I'm okay with it, with Chasm being a regular, essentially a map from the campaign, but altered. I'm okay with that because mostly all the maps from Halo Infinite are brand new, pretty much, in terms of like designs and all that. So hey, whatever, I'm okay with it. In this gameplay you'll see later, I actually got to try the Bandit rifle, which is, come on, it's a DMR. They just removed the scope and kind of did Iron Sights is Dead, which is an interesting choice and stuff like your typical scope that you would see for a precision weapon in Halo. So I thought it was a very interesting decision, and you know what? I like it. And apparently there's no Bloom, or at least very little to it, because Bloom is very controversial in the Halo community, so very curiously that they chose that move for the Bandit rifle when they didn't for something like the Battle Rifle. But let's kind of be real here. In most occasions, the Battle Rifle is going to outdo the DMR / the Bandit rifle. Let's kind of be real here, since, it's a 3-shot compared to the 1-shot that the Bandit rifle uses, so kind of very interesting. But and I'll probably upload like the cutscenes for the multiplayer storyline for it, and you know what's the coolest thing about it? They actually had drones in them, which the drones were not, and haven't been in a Halo campaign since Reach, I believe. So ever since, once 343 took over, we have not seen any drones in any single-player Halo content, which is kind of surprising, but then again, it was kind of a new thing for them, so very cool that they brought drones back, and some kind of capacity. But yeah, also let's talk about the story a little bit for that. I think it's definitely much better storytelling than what we've gotten in the past, especially for like Season 2. Like for Seasons 1 and 2, like the multiplayer story, I really didn't really care about it all that much, but I'm very interested in seeing where this goes with Season 3. So that kind of tells you that the storytelling for the multiplayer story is a lot better than it has been compared to 1 and 2. So I'd say that's another positive sign. It seems like the cutscenes are better quality too. But there was some speculation about that Blur was making it, but apparently that's not the case. It's the same people who did the opening cutscene for the main campaign, which kind of makes sense because hey, they did it for the main campaign. Why not have them do some for the multiplayer story too? So I know Blur is like what most people are familiar with, so that's kind of all the speculation going around, just because of how good the cutscenes look for the multiplayer. And there's a story event going on called Mindfall, I think. So it seems like because remember, people, there's actually 2 story events going on with Halo Infinite Season 3. And I believe that's mid-May. I think I heard about that, but anyway. So I'd definitely say that Season 3 is hopefully the start to an even bigger, even better future for Halo Infinite's live service, because it seems like it's finally looking like a live service, when for like the past year and a half, it was not at all. And it was kind of pretty just how bad it was. But yeah, though, overall, I'm liking what I played so far with Season 3. I'm not going to rush into it, try to complete all the content, because how in the... Man, I've seen people already done with the Battle Pass. Like, jeez. I mean, a good friend of mine, he's already finished it. Which is kind of insane that it was that freaking fast. And I'm only like level 15 or 16, but I've mainly been playing other games. So, that's kind of why. But still, though, that's kind of crazy. So, but man, when 343 said that they were trying to improve the pace of how people can finish the Battle Pass, they weren't kidding with it like that, because it seems like you could blaze through them pretty fast if you actually play the game a lot. I'm not going to, because I kind of finished Season 2's Battle Pass so quick. I think it only took me about a month to finish Season 2's, but Season 2 lasts, 10 months? Yeah, 10 months, yeah, because from May 2022 to March of 2023. So yeah, 10 months. Man, that was a disaster, but thankfully, seems... And there's the bandit rifle. As you can see, that's what I was talking about with the iron sights, where it's not your typical scope for the DMR, where it's iron sights instead. That's kind of what I was referring to. But yeah, at the end of the day, Season 3 is a good improvement. There are also criticisms where there's some desync here and there. I've run into it once or twice, but I think it's definitely better than what it was, but it's obviously still a problem, obviously. Kind of wish that Infection, based on the storyline is going for Season 3, I'm thinking we're going to get Infection this season. Maybe that's when, maybe it launches in mid-May with the second story-related event. I guess what time will tell. And we haven't even got to the Fracture stuff yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. But yeah, very curious to see what comes next, and hopefully I'm right about that theory, because the sooner Infection comes, the better, because we need more social modes in Halo. Yeah, and also for BTB Super Fiesta, they should make that a permanent playlist like regular Fiesta is, man, because it's just a lot of fun to play like Fiesta and Big Team Battle where there's chaos. Oh my god, especially with the campaign related stuff now in it. Oh, please, 343, I hope you do that. I really freaking do, because when I was playing that earlier, yeah, that was fun. That was so much fun. But yeah, Season 3 is really good so far. Now, will it stay that way? We'll see, but if they can keep up the steady flow, maybe Halo Infinite could make a comeback. I guess time will tell. But at the end of the day, first impressions matter, and the first impression of Halo Infinite, where it was lacking in content, and that's kind of why the player base just dropped off so much. Like with through these previous entries in the Halo series, but hopefully with the new management charms, maybe the next game won't be the same. But anyway, time will tell. But yeah, Season 3 could be the start of a bright future for Halo Infinite, and I can't wait. So anyway, I think that's all I gotta say on this. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and consider hitting that sub button so you do not miss out on more videos. And I will see you on the next one. Until then, have a good one.